So for GATE syllabus, we have 10 to 12 subjects. You can't remember everything. So revision is a very important point here. So how frequently you used to revise, and what was your plan and what was your strategy for revision?
Okay. Since my preparation was long, so I should have a revision strategy in a good way. To say. I started my preparation in the second year. I told you, right? So after I did one subject, I go with the next one and start revising the previous one because I will forget it for sure because it will be a 1 month of duration also. So whenever you try some problem and if you couldn't able to do it, I will start revising it. So that was my strategy, you can say. Then I increased the frequency of revision in the third year and fourth year. Fourth year at last, and I need to prepare. I need to revise a lot. Yeah, revise first. I initially used my long notes for my revision. Then I used the micro notes.
Okay.
And final year I used the micro notes too for revising it, where I just revise all those formulas and the concepts alone. Not the derivations, and that's just for your knowledge, and that you need to know. It's not like you don't need to study or something, but you need to know. But in revision, you just need to know the formula and how you need to apply it, and how can you formulate the problem, and how can you connect with the formula. That's more important in GATE point of view. Okay, so that was my revision strategy.
And before 15 days, you only revises, right?
Yeah, before my GATE exam, so I stopped giving mock tests in Jan. So I started revising more frequently. I started for each day one subject in a sense. Then I revised 2 to 3 times in a Jan month itself by itself.
So, whole syllabus you are
whole syllabas, but it might be different for him. Like he's laughing at me.
So let's know
so how
your
many revisions did you do approximately?
Approximately in my whole span, right?
Double digit, right?
Yeah, of course. It weighed 10, 20.
Whole syllabus 20 times.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, nice. So my thing was, since I studied all these topics before in my career, in my course, and then when I started preparing, I went slowly while making notes. After making notes, I started revising then and there, and my revision was like very fast paced. Like I used to revise like one subject per day, like he did in the last month. I did that in the December month itself.
Okay.
So I did 4 revisions. One during the December month when I was doing mock tests.
So you completed your whole syllabus in 1-2 months, and then you started revision?
Like in the November month, I almost finished all the subjects except for maths and some aptitude concepts. So I started taking mock tests during that time itself. I did all the core subjects, and then I started taking mock tests along while preparation of maths and other basics. So my revision during the mock test was like hurry-burry. Like I started revising very fast, and also I didn't have to spend much time because I did it 1 month back only. So I had all of the concepts in my mind. My revision was like I have patterns between formulas, as in if we take aerodynamics, in aerodynamics we have potential flows, potential functions and all those. They are very similar to Airy stress function from structures.
Okay.
So there are lots of connections between these, and not just that, from structures we can connect many things to flight mechanics.
Yeah.
And from flight mechanics we can go for propulsion, and there were like many patterns were there, and with that I tried to connect those patterns only. During my revision I was connecting them, and I was trying to remember.
Yeah, and nowadays you can see many questions are like combined with the 2 subjects, like you mentioned fluid dynamics and structure. So like everywhere, every paper you can see some connection between the papers.
So I used to have a general formula in mind, and depends on whether it is fluid dynamics or structures, I will change the parameters of it. It will look almost similar. So that's what I was trying to do, and since I had this pattern, I didn't spend much time on revision. But I had to do multiple revisions because I learned during mock test more than my actual preparation. So during mock test, I found that I am lacking in Poisson-Lee flow and the pipe flows and plate flows and all those. Like my friends who were good at it, they were teaching me how to do that. And if you know that it comes under a topic called special flows in fluid dynamics.
Yeah.
So that topic, almost all the subtopics in that topic have the same formula. The main formula. We have to just derive from that. So the whole segment needs only one formula.
instead of
Okay.
reading separately, I just revised the one specific thing and I knew how to modify them.
ना मेरा फील्ड अनसर्टन है, माथे पे जिम्मेदारियों का भी तो बर्डन है, मैं पूरी मेहनत कर भी शायद हार जाऊंगा, पर कोशिश भी ना की तो जीते जी मर जाऊं।